Harry Potter. I'm done. like poking me. Say something. Say something.
Hey, it's John from America.
Hello, I'm Sam from England.
And I'm Chantal from South Africa.
Oh, man.
They wouldn't dare ask me that or tell me that, first of all.
They don't, like, you shut them down immediately?
I do, because I just tell them in my culture, it's kind of inappropriate to discuss someone's weight. And I personally don't like it as much. I'll always do it nicely, in a nice way, educational, and then that's it.
Keep it clean, nice.
Teacher.
I know.
Wow.
I'm just like, no.
No! God, please, no! No!
I think when I first heard this, it was the second of this, so have you lost weight? And then I was chided for having a skeleton-like face.
Oh,
like
really?
having
You
too
told
much
off?
cheeks.
Oh my word,
cheeks were
the
gone.
cheekbone was a little too strong
So,
there.
man, I would have to say for 3 years, I got kind of offended by this question. But after a while, I realized it's a way to, like, I don't know,
care?
Yeah, show care.
Yes,
Yeah.
they
But
care
man,
about you.
yeah, I was
Oh, really?
definitely like shocked my first time. But it does make me think like I have to like, do I have to go on a diet? I mean, should I start working out
Yeah.
more? Like, am I
Yeah.
not doing something correct to make them feel comfortable?
It makes you feel self-conscious about
Yeah.
weight
A
as
bit,
well,
yeah.
because Korea does tend to be a little focused, too focused on weight.
You know, like instantly class starts.
Yes.
Like, have you gained weight? And I'm like, we had class yesterday.
You're just like,
What happened? It's the ramen of last
the
night.
ramen. Yeah, you're like, sorry, it's the ramen and the soju and the, yeah.
It's all the tteokbokki you do.
All of it.
It makes me
I
feel good.
feel really good. And then I know deep down I'm like, it's a lie.
Yeah, it's all a lie.
This is a good one. Like,
Yeah.
it's a confidence booster. Like,
It is.
Or when I was buying my new phone, I started off with, 안녕하세요, and they said, oh, you can speak Korean? Well, let's do this whole process of ordering your phone in Korean. I was like,
Aha.
nay.
how do you usually respond though if you get the question?
If I don't understand, I say nay, and if I understand, nay.
Well, yeah.
Well,
I deny it
know that,
because I'm always scared of the conversation that will follow in Korean.
okay.
And I'm like,
I've never been offended by age questions,
Yeah.
but plenty of people are. And it's probably because I'm on the younger side. And I feel like if I'm, when I hit that 40 range and people ask how old are you, I might be, yeah.
It's like, I don't know about you two, but I've kind of adapted to the Korean way of just saying, oh, guess. But then I don't like it because they always like
no, I don't want them to guess because I refuse to use Korean age. When I absolutely refuse because it makes me 2 years older. So I insist on international age, and then it's okay. Yes.
I mean, were you two like offended by it though?
No.
Like, no?
But it could be very
It
easily.
isn't in
Yeah.
South Africa. People don't like it,
Yeah.
Especially if it's someone you don't know that well. You're not going to go asking them for their age.
Yeah.
Yes.
I generally say if you think somebody is kind of over maybe 30, 35, I'm like, just don't ask it.
Yeah, younger
Yeah.
people might not be too bothered.
Yeah,
Yes,
right.
yes.
But speaking of the last one, which year are you born in? I love sometimes the response, right? So like, I've had students who I say, oh, I was born in 1990. Actually, it wasn't even a student. This was at my gathering at church. They said, what year are you born? Oh, it's 1990. Oh, we're friends.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Tingu.
I just met you. We have a long way to go before being friends. So I think that was a culture shock actually, is like same age people are considered friends.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
That is something it's different and it's strange. Like you can't be friends if you're young or older. And even my younger students tell me it's sometimes a bit of a hindrance, It's always this age and seniority thing. And we don't have that in South Africa. I mean, I worked with ladies 20 years older than me and we were friends.
Yeah, yeah.
It
It's
was
easy like
normal,
that. And it makes it harder to kind of be friends with people like older or younger than you.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we can be friends with the same age, but it's like, wait, I'm older than you? No.
Oops, sorry, bye-bye.
I think it's because in Korean we need to know age because of the formality of language that we use, right?
Absolutely.
So we need to know if it's formal Korean or informal Korean. So I do understand it, but with in English we don't have that.
No, we
But
don't.
yeah, it's definitely, I wouldn't have a negative word like obsessed or anything, but I would say that there's a necessity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it now.
Yeah.
But at first it was definitely all right, yeah, no, I can roll with this.
There's a big part of the culture. Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, you know, to tell you the truth, I still don't know the feeling or the surprise behind this. To me, it still is you have Korean friends? Like, yeah. I mean, I have friends. Yeah, like, yeah. I mean, of course, I've lived here.
Question everything.
Yeah.
You start questioning everything.
Yeah. Are they? Let me call them right now and see. Are you my friend?
Just need to confirm.
So yeah, I'm still a little bit off about this question. It's just like, oh, yeah, of course. I mean, I've been here for a while. I don't know. Have you gotten this question before?
I haven't actually.
No.
No.
You too?
I get the question, have you had Korean boyfriends?
Interesting.
Not friends.
Yeah.
People are very curious about my dating life.
Okay. What I feel like is less about the single and, you know, in a relationship, but there is a stereotype, especially for white men coming to Korea, that there's this type of stereotype where white men come to Korea to date Korean women.
The beautiful
And
ladies.
so when I get the question, do you have a Korean, or have you had a Korean girlfriend, or do you, I feel like if I say yes, they're going to put me in that stereotype. If I say no, then maybe they think I'm against Koreans. I'm like, I'm like, no,
Well, when
I'm moving on.
I don't really get the Gangnam Style question anymore. I think it's outdated
yeah.
now.
It's used as a joke now. I
Yes,
feel
yes.
like it's.
My mom still talks about Gangnam Style, you know,
Okay.
because she's,
Yeah.
you know, the older group.
I
But
think BTS is the new one.
yeah,
isn't it?
BTS.
Yeah.
I don't know much about
Parasite's a
them.
new one.
A new one. People are going to ask
Congratulations,
that.
Parasite.
Yes.
That was wicked.
I mean, it was a brilliant movie. So yeah.
I get, do you know Son Heung-min? After I say that I'm from England. Like, do you know Son
Oh,
Heung-min?
is
Park
that-
Ji-sang?
that
The football player, soccer player, sorry.
The
But yeah, I feel like Gangnam Style's more of like a joke these days. BTS is the new one. I don't know.
No, you know, I actually didn't feel like these questions are weird, especially in class, because I use them as an opportunity. But I could see after a while of getting the same questions how it could be like, yeah, I know them type feeling. It's kind of the wearing down that you were saying
Right,
before about
right.
Yeah.
So I would say that.
Why are you white?
I blame genetics. My mom and dad, my grandparents.
Oh, really?
Actually, yes, quite a few South Africans do get this type of question, especially if you are not a black South African, because we have got, oh my word, Indian South Africans and a multiracial ethnic group called coloured South Africans, and they are not, you know, black-skinned either. So all of us get this question, like, why are you this color, you know? Why are you, you know, not black? Because you're from Africa. And the first time I got the question, I was just like, what?
What?
How did you answer that first time?
I just laughed and I said, I don't know.
Or like, wait, am I? That would be cool.
You bring out your mirror. Oh, I never noticed before. Thank you. Often when I hear someone talking about someone who's white, they assume they're from America.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard that a lot. I
I
think
get that.
maybe you've like, oh, are you from America? And you're like, no.
Aren't all like British people like, gentlemen, is it true you only eat fish and chips?
Oh my
And I'm like, yep, I'm
word.
like, breakfast, lunch, dinner, fish and chips, come on, make it rain.
That
No
You're
baked
vinegar.
beans.
Baked beans on toast. I'm like, there is some delicious stuff, right? I'm like,
But I figure what I hear a lot when I'm hanging out with you and there's some other Korean, it's, hey, can you say Harry Potter?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. I'm done. like they're poking me. Say something, say something.
Well, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like down below.
Don't forget to subscribe.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.